Welcome Pisces to your end of the month reading for August. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Let's see what's going on with you and your energy of what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Best message for Pisces, please. Best message for Pisces. Feeling with the energy surrounding them is the Seven of Swords. I'm kind of escaping. I have kind of a new plan going on. Let's see what's going on. Clarifying on the Seven of Swords. These cards are not only going to clarify on the Seven of Swords, but the entire reading. Coming together. Commitment. Card of commitment. Harmony. Almost feels like for some of you, you do have new plans, new vistas going on around you, but I also feel like you want this commitment with someone. I really see this. It's like, I want to really be unified with you, but the Seven of Swords is saying you're playing with my heartstrings. You're toying around with my emotions. And I'm really feeling that a lot. So it's almost like you could be doing too in one over here, Pisces. You might be working really hard in a new job, getting your stuff together, but you have someone toying around with your emotions. And that's really what I see. It's almost like I'm going to take these swords, but I'm going to leave these two swords back here. And you're like, hey, why didn't you take these two swords? What are you doing? Why are you messing around? And it really does feel that way. It's almost like a come and go type of behavior. Something like that. Getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, recent past, and near future. Does feel hopeful though, no matter what. So that you could feel deep down inside that even though they're toying around with your heartstrings, you do feel like you could have a coming together with this person, with this commitment. Yeah, it's just, you got to stop messing around. I keep hearing that. Knight of Cups in the recent past. And, ooh, the World card coming out in the near future. So that's always a plus, right? With the Knight of Cups, it's almost like you weren't taking my cups of love. There was a lot of strain and it almost feels like resistance in some ways. It was almost like maybe you were forcing a little bit of love, or maybe they were forcing love on you. It feels like you were forcing the issue to your partner, but I feel this like kind of, the energy is very wibbly wobbly. It's kind of like, Pisces, it's like, I'm offering you cups of love, you won't take them. It could be a Scorpio you're offering it to. It doesn't have to be, give me anybody. But I will tell you one thing. It's almost like you were forcing love on them because they were forcing it on you. So you forced it back. It's kind of like the give and take thing. It felt like you did have a coming together. But then all of a sudden, it's almost like, why did you stop taking my cups of love? Why are you messing around? God, just keep thinking like they're kind of like back and forth, messing around with your heart, toying with your heart. So, oh yeah, see, because you're kind of forcing it to them and they're kind of acting like, and this could have been like a week ago, a month ago, a couple days ago, who knows, right? But the point is that all of a sudden you're forcing their love, and then all of a sudden they're acting like they don't have the love for you. What? Because like the Ace of Swords is them kind of telling you that, diamond's lost its luster. I'm not really feeling it. And you're saying, what? And you guys could be dealing definitely with some kind of fire sign in Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. And it was almost to the point where it's like, you're dedicated to them. You're showing them all the loyalties. You're giving them everything they're supposed to be getting. And then all of a sudden, they're sitting over here telling you, actually, you know what? It doesn't even feel like they're really telling you. It's just the way they're acting. Because I keep seeing like them kind of like shrug their shoulder forward, right? It's like, I don't know, And it's like, but I brought you these flowers. And they're kind of like, thanks for the flowers. You know what I mean? That type of behavior. With the Queen of Wands, it's almost like they're upset, they're frustrating you, and they're acting frustrated as you're trying to offer these cups to them, so they're not taking your cups of love. But it's kind of crazy because it feels like in the past before this past, my friends, right? We'll say the way past, since this is considered the recent past. They were taking all the cups. They were taking all the flowers, right? They were taking everything, and then they were even giving it back. And now all of a sudden, it feels like you're forcing them to try to take these flowers. And you're like, why do I have to force you? If we have this coming together and we're true love, I shouldn't have to force anything on you. So it does feel like they're being more forceful. Mind you, it could be the other way around, right? But I really don't feel that, because I feel like it's you, Pisces, putting everything you have out there and then them shrugging it off, right? And then acting like they're frustrated with you because you brought them flowers. Take it how it resonates. You know what I mean? But in seriousness, you know, and it's even frustrating you because you don't understand why they went cold, why they went hot. What, they're not hot, they're cold, or why they went sour. Excuse me, that's what I wanted. Sour. How did you get so sour? Because with the Queen of Wands upside down, that's sour, right? So she's not cold shouldering you. There's no cold shouldering. They're just kind of acting sour and maybe a little bitter, or maybe not like themselves. Out of nothing. But yeah, that would be confusing. So it could put you in complete confusion. And you've been nothing but loyal. But you know, it's crazy because this shows that they were nothing but loyal too. You guys had a very loyal coming together, great commitment over here. There was a lot of it. It was hot, hot, hot at one time. Now all of a sudden they're bitter, bitter, sour, sour, acting a little weird, shrugging you off, acting like, you know, you're not the, you know, you're more like the diamond in the dirty pond, right, than the shining diamond sitting over there on the mountainside, right? However, yeah, and you're trying to nurture the situation with the Empress. Some of you, this could be the mother of your children. Take however the commitment is. Could be a friend, a loved one. It really feels like love though. Why? Because they're playing with your heartstrings, right? So it could be the mother of your children or the father of your children. It doesn't have to be. The whole point is you're used to them being this Empress. You're used to them being this loving person. This person that's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you brought me flowers. You know, and now it's like they could, you know, care less. But you continuing to keep over here throwing the harvest at them, and they're just not taking it. But it's, like I said, it's very confusing. I don't, you know, what the heck? Why is it for some of them? I want to know, like, for some of them, why are they doing that? What is the problem? Now, it's not, when I ask this question, it's not going to be the, you know, right answer for everybody in the world, but at least it'll give us some kind of idea of, you know, what the heck is going on over here. They're acting immature. Boy, you probably knew that. They don't want, there's no growth within the relationship. It's almost like they just stopped growing within the relationship. And that just could take care of everybody's situation right there, right there. The relationships just stopped growing. It was almost like it got to a place to where it couldn't grow anymore. There was no more achievements to be able to do so. It was almost like there was nothing else we could do at that time. They see this way though, because look at this. That fire sign is coming out saying, well, I don't see any hope. I don't see any growth within this relationship. So why would I even try even harder? But yet they're patiently holding on and waiting for the harmony. So they haven't given up. No wonder it says playing with your heartstrings, toying with your emotions. I think they're confused. I mean, this is them. They're saying, but it's okay, I'll wait for better days, you know, for the relationship to continue to get more harmonious. You guys could be dealing with, I got Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius right here. And of course, I got Leo over here. I'm seeing a lot of fire though, but it also could be a air sign as I see over there as well. But yeah, that's what they're trying to say. Right now, they don't see any growth within the relationship. They don't see it going anywhere at this time. So they're just kind of like, no holds barred, whatever. You know, I'm just going to hold on to what I want to hold on to and let go of what I want to let go of. Well, that's not fair to you. And then wait for the perfect time for you guys to have the coming together, for the harmony and peace. Right there, the coming together. There, that's it right there. Even though this is the Two of Cups, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Waiting for the coming together. but it's like on their terms. See, they've put it on their terms, not on a term of two people, you know, growing and loving and coming together. They're doing it on their terms. We see that though here. Anytime you see that kind of frustration, and it's kind of an ego thing too, because anytime you see kind of wands upside down, it's kind of like that disloyalty and that kind of ego trippy thing going on. Because that card's not only representing you being frustrated, it's also them showing this kind of ego. They might be a little prideful at this time, thinking I don't know, I feel like they hold all the keys. Now that's what's going on. Because if they think that it's all about when they feel good, then that means that they feel like they hold the keys to the relationship. Now, we'll keep these cards here, because that's as closest to everybody as I can get, right? So over here with the 10 of Swords upside down, there's like you're saying over here, and you literally are saying it, Pisces, okay, that's okay, because I still think there's hope. I still think that we can still fix this, right? Even though I know they're toying with my emotions, I still feel like there's hope here. You're not giving up. That's really what it is. I'm not giving up. Yeah, you're waiting for that completion. You're waiting for that new cycle. You're saying, I'm not going to give up. I have the understanding that there will be a new cycle, that there will be a new beginning for me and this person. We will have this coming together because you're manifesting on it. You want this person. I think you're just kind of confusing to why they're doing what they're doing. Yep, and it's stalemate. Boy, is it stalemate. But as it's stalemate, you're still putting in all that, all that prayer, all that, manifestation, trying to make things happen, still putting in the action, even when you know that it's not moving anywhere and that they're not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you feel like it is pretty much kind of dead in the water. Like I said, you're not giving up. So boy, are they guilty. Wow, are they guilty. Oh my gosh, that's your person? What? Okay. Well, the immature, it said they were acting a little immature over here. Boy, you have 2 pages and then the King of Cups over here. So they are kind of manipulating a situation around you, Pisces, and it might even feel like you might even have to manipulate and pre-calculate how to come towards this person. But I think that more than anything, really, my friends, having the King of Cups over here is saying they're so unpredictable. I don't know what they're doing, but they are definitely guilty of not showing the love, and they are definitely guilty of playing with my heartstrings. It's just this back and forth behavior. You're coming at me, telling me how much you want me, but then over here, you're telling me how much you don't want me, how much you're making me feel like I'm unwanted. And it's really, it's like irritating. And yes, they are guilty of doing this because they want to manipulate the situation when they want to manipulate the situation. And with the Page of Coins, they're saying, yeah, there's my guilt. I am guilty of playing with your heartstrings. I am acting childish. I am, my actions will be when I want my actions to be. And this is a selfish motive when it comes that way. And you might even say at certain times, hey, you know what? You come to me and you want to act lovely. But right now in the present, they're acting more like they have a chip on their shoulder. But look, it started over here a little bit, but it doesn't make any sense because then they come over here and they act all over emotional. And it's almost like, what are you doing? Because with the King of Cups, you're like, it's unpredictable when you're going to come to me and tell me that you love me and that you want to be with me. And then over here, you want to act like you have a chip on your shoulder and act super childish. So clarify on the King of Cups. On the King of Cups or Pisces. 3 of Coins. Look at that. 3 of Coins with the 2 of Cups. Yeah, they want to come to you unpredictable and then act like they want to give you this love. No, there's your coming together. And this is when they want to recognize you. And are they only recognizing you? Wow. And that's crazy too. When they bring a friend over, or when they want to feel like they have love around them. Maybe when they're hanging out with their Capricorn friend, they want to act like, yeah, me and Pisces are totally a couple. We're so in love. And then that kind of screws with your head. And then they go back over here acting like they have a chip on their shoulder, acting all weird. Now, it does feel this way with the 3 of Coins. Do they mostly, Pisces, only want to give you recognition in front of another person? And this is when they're acting all lovey, and then that's like toying with your emotions, because it does show, this is your card, how over emotional you are about the situation. And I also see like so much confusion. So yeah, you only want to recognize me when you want to recognize me. And I really do feel, otherwise it's drama. And that's what it's starting to actually feel like. You're toying with my emotions, and it's starting to feel like drama to me. And it's causing me all kinds of, and look at that, anxieties with the 4 of Swords coming out. What's the next card? Look at that. Sadness, depression. I don't understand what's going on. Confusion with the Queen of Swords. Mixed emotions. Look at that. But I still, there it is again, but you still feel hopeful. But you're still holding on to that hope. You're still trying to surrender, saying, I think everything's going to be okay. Some of your guys, this person could be a Gemini who's acting, I don't know, it's almost like a little bit of a bipolar disorder thing going on right now. And it could be worse right now, you guys, too. I just thought about that. Uranus is in retrograde right now, so it could even be that they're acting a little more wacky tobacco than normal because of that Uranus being in retrograde. Especially if they're in Aquarius, it could be affecting them, affecting all the air signs no matter what. So you might even find maybe that's why. Maybe some of you know it's in retrograde and you're like, you know what, it's okay. It's just, mixed communications. It's just going to act a little weird. They're acting a little over free, acting, a little cuckoo because of the retrograde. But that's going to be crazy, though, because retrograde actually lasts a long time. So how long are you going to deal with this? This isn't one of those retrogrades where it's like, okay, so we're going to go into retrograde, from the end of May till July. No. This retrograde starts like August 19th until like December, right? You have like 4 months of retrograde. So you're going, how long, Pisces? Are you going to hold tight, But yeah, you have this over emotions over here with the Page of Cups. I surrender, but I am feeling a little over emotional. And I know that my partner's a little over emotional and acting a little, cuckoo as well. And it's, like I said, because of that retrograde. And like I said, remember, cross watchers, it could be Pisces that's doing this to you. I'm just saying that's thinking of it that way, that if it was a retrograde that started this, that's a long retrograde, guys, to wait for. I mean, we're talking about all the way till like December for them to be hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. I mean, if you're married, right? If you're married, you're going to deal with it anyways, right? You're just like, oh God, here we go, right? But if it's a relationship that you've only known each other for a couple of months, it's a long time, right? Because you're still in the getting to know each other. If you're married, yeah, you're going to be like, yep, here we go. Like I'm married, and I've been married for 27 years. So it's like, okay, here we go. Let's, it's going to be a roller coaster, right? And you'll deal with it. Right? You'll totally deal with it depending on how much you love the person and how long you've known the person, yada, yada, Take it how it resonates. But those of you who are new to this relationship, I'm just sitting over here thinking, how are you really going to get to know this person? Wow, I guess there's no better way to really get to know a person instead of through a retrograde, right? I guess that would be like universe really pushing you to the limits. Well, let's see how well you're going to do. Yeah, that's something else, right? talk about the test of the challenge of life. Here's a relationship. Get ready for retrograde. Oh, God, you gotta be kidding, right? Okay, so with the new world over here, though, I do see it, and within, you know, the next couple of weeks, though, guys, seriously, there is this new beginning, though. There is this coming together. I do see the coming together because it's like it's a new beginning, a new idea. I just keep seeing the new idea. New idea. Yeah, new plans, new vistas. You're still sad about the situation. Oh, I see what it is. It could be a new job coming in for you guys. Maybe you guys, that's where the new vista, moving on to a new vista was coming through for a new commitment. Because remember, commitment can also be a job. Because remember, I said it could be 2 in 1. So it does feel like some of you are going to kind of wash this away over here, Pisces, and start just really worrying about this new adventure, this new opportunity, this other priority that you have that's starting up. Yeah, you're still sad about the situation over here with your person, but it does feel like you have kind of relocated your focus somewhere else. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like you could have done anything else because there's not a 100% reconciliation with this person because they're just back and forth kind of all over the place over here. And it just feels like it doesn't feel like you ghosted them either. It doesn't feel like that either, guys. It feels like you're just focused somewhere else. See, with the 8 of Cups over here, it's kind of like, well, I'm kind of on my way to doing what I want to do, kind of giving myself something else to focus on, and really focusing strong in that area with the 8 of Cups, right? Kind of like, I don't want any more confusion because you're putting me in confusion. So it almost feels like, you know, it's a rocky time in love. So you're just kind of finding other things to do. Plain and simple. Yeah, and they come at you passionately here. They come back passionately. They have you hanging around. You're always you're always kind of reflecting on what you do. And they're telling you that there's hopes and promises within your relationship, and they see you as number 1. So here they do kind of coming back, but like I said, it's that toying with your heartstrings, and you're like, what's the difference there? They said that once before. So you really do have this energy of them really coming back and forth within this relationship. So it's kind of like they're over here doing whatever they're doing, and then in the near future, you're refocused somewhere else, and then here they come back in, and then here you are, Pisces, meditating, going, here we go again. Here comes all the passion, the love, the things I was looking for. I offered you my cups. You said no. You said whoa, 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 whoa. You know, we'll still go get Del Taco. Everything will be fine, but I'm not going to take your chocolates and your flowers. Now they're saying they want to take your chocolates, your flowers, and go to Del Taco, and you're going, alrighty. Well, alrighty then. But it almost feels like it's almost because now you're kind of focused somewhere else except for directly on them, Pisces. So it's almost like as soon as you take all the direct attention away from them and start focusing on your new vista, your new plan, whatever you want to do, your hobby, that's when they kind of like, well, where are you going, Pisces? I want you back. Where's my chocolates? Where's my flowers? But you guys have opportunities over here. So just remain positive throughout the situation. Because, yeah, it's going to take, look at that. It is. It's going to take a few months for them to actually start really coming back together with you the way you were looking for it before. So you're going to have this wishy-washy thing. Everybody's situation on that situation is going to be different, whether or not you're going to stay, leave, ghost, you know, everybody's going to be different on this one. I'm not even going to pull any heart romance cards on that because I see all kinds of different scenarios over here because, like I said, I even feel there's people in here who are married and they're like, oh God, here goes the roller coaster. You know, and you definitely wouldn't get a divorce because of something like this. You just kick back, eat your toast, and say, yes, dear. You know what I mean? And that's just the way life is. So you guys are all going to have a kind of a different idea of what's going to go on over here. But what I do know is that they are going to come back around as soon as, like I said, as soon as you pull your attention away from them. Okay. Maybe that's when they're like going to get a little more clear about the situation, because they're going to look over here and be like, I do believe you are the one for me. So it might actually be making them think as well as the Hangman, as well as yourself. So, okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.